let's have a beautiful experience. In this video, we're going to talk about procrastination, how to naturally raise your testosterone, your human growth hormone, and make your penis bigger. It's a beautiful thing. You gotta love it. All right, before we get started here, please do me a huge favor. Please ring the bell, subscribe to the channel, of course tell some friends. Make sure you're following me on my social media. I go by Jesus_Detroit on my Instagram, Snapchat I'm YOUNGDAYGO. Make sure you're giving me that Arthur Fonzarelli thumbs like so I say hey. And you know what we're all about here in the BCC, the Big Cock Consciousness, the Big Cock Collective, where I help you manifest a bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and harder penis, help you naturally raise your testosterone and your HGH. I'm a spiritual guide and a mentor here to expand your mind and increase your size. So without further ado, I'm here to tell you about procrastination. And yes, when we're talking about our manifestation of naturally raising that, that HGH and making that huge piece of meat swing at the knees and throb to the pecs, making you your best, we're talking about essentially doing the best of what you can do for where you're at. And there's always something that you can do for the growth, and it's something that I always will intend and just tell you in every flow, because no matter what, there's a good side of everything that you do. So make sure you're on the good side for you. And today, I'm out here in the jungle again, surrounded by who knows what. But either way, I was in the sun. I got my vitamin D, and I'm looking like I'm straight out of the Jungle Book right now. You know me. You got a wolf in the jungle. So, me. I have to just keep you going, keep you, understand that I'm a lunatic. You know how we're going, man. I love the moon. And the fact that I'm out here enjoying the sun a lot, that is something that could benefit raising your testosterone, and you could be on the good side of that. And that's the vitamin D. The vitamin D is good for your D, so never forget that. And since we're talking about the D, I might as well mention the triple D. And no, we ain't talking diners, diamonds, and drives, Guy Fieri. We're talking about don't doubt your dick. We're talking about don't make your stick your shtick, unless that's something that you do to make people laugh and smile. Because the smile, if you're making people feel something like that explosion of happiness, the smile is divine. It's made inside the mind. You're doing something right. But if you're putting yourself down and you're making yourself the clown, you call it Apollo Creed, a clown. If you're making yourself the clown of the joke and you're the sad clown, that's something that you got to calibrate with. There's a lot more jokes that you can make people laugh with, and there's a lot more beautiful ways to do it. But either way, understand this, that I always love to share. We're all tethered to happiness no matter what. So no matter how far you're going out into the sea of life, no matter what, everybody, even if they seem mean or whatever, they're attached to happiness at some source. And I always feel that, there's always a point in the day where somebody might get snapped back into that moment of clarity, that moment of happy, where everything just feels okay, everything just feels beautiful, everything just feels right. And the best way to get this delight going is to start your day every single way that I go, and that's the gratitude attitude. So go ahead, the flow, take this breath with me. I got a shot today. I feel beautiful, because gratitude is the attitude, and that's what you got to go with. That's what you got to flow with. If you got a breath in your lungs, never forget this. You got a shot. Shot at what? Shot at life. And that is a beautiful thing that you can just appreciate at any given time for where you're at. But when we're talking about procrastination today, for your manifestation, it all comes down to, like I said, making do with the best that you can at any given time. And yes, there's techniques and things of, to help you out along the way, and really put a program in the, put some action into practice. And these are things that, I teach you more hands-on in the BCC. We're talking about the jelking, the Kegels, the edging, the super edging, the masturbation for manifestation, all these techniques that are manifested through me, continuously ongoing, on growing and showing that I'm, you know, beautiful results, and I'm here to help, you know, you achieve the same, help you become your best version. My intentions here are for you to be confident in yourself, to be comfortable being naked, to have that huge piece of meat perform the way that you need it to be, just to help you understand that you're a beautiful soul as you are. Because, you know, what's inside of me, inside of you, inside the blue, inside this tree, and everything that's running these beautiful avatars, I mean, there's some type of you know, there's some type of magic here. And like I say, man, you know, like every day I'm open for a miracle, and you got to understand that miracles do happen. And when we're talking about the miracle grow, you just got to understand the flow to show, and you got something that you can just do on it, just that you can just do today to help yourself with the manifestation anyways. Like you could do, you know, taking care of like some push-ups, taking care of any type of exercise to really get yourself in the line of the grow. It's really the mind that's going to help you with the flow anyways, because that's what it all comes down to. It's your mind that's putting on the size. Because collective beliefs will will help you from A to Z. Like Albert Einstein says, you know, quantum and you know, the quote something along the lines of, you know, quantum physics will tell you everything, but imagination can take you everywhere else. And these are things that, you know, science can't always prove, which is why I say I don't discredit science, but you don't discredit magic. And magic is real, and that's something that can't be measured in a quantum field. And these are things that, you know, we just gotta entertain that, you know, if all thoughts are things, and if it's really our brain or whatever that's creating this image that we got here, or this is a matrix, or whatever you want to say. I mean, at the source of it all, I mean, I feel that, you know, love is what shows anyways, you know, because when you're, you know, when you're coming out there with the intentions of, first off, you know, loving yourself, because when you love yourself, you're loving everybody else. You are a testament of everybody else in a sense, because you're a reflection of their mind as you are a reflection of your mind. And that might be, you know, kind of sound crazy or whatever, but it's true, man. The more that you love yourself, the more people are going to love you. And the more that you can go out there and love everybody else, the love comes back. It's the yin and the yang, the flow to go, the flow to grow. And when you love yourself, you're helping everybody, you know, be reminded to be, you know, in tune with who they are. Because like I said, man, you are love. We're made from love. And whenever you're going out there having some fun, when you're smiling, you're doing something right, like Moondog says from the Beach Bum, and I got my Beach Bum color, my flow going. He always says, man, I feel like the world is conspiring for my happiness, maybe. But the most important thing is I have fun. And fun is the gun. So remember that. Fun is the gun. Write that down. Get out in the sun. Whatever you got to do to let yourself know that you're doing something right. That's really what it all comes down to. So if you're smiling and you're sharing love and you're feeling something, that is a beautiful thing. But when we're talking about, you know, naturally raising your testosterone and your human growth hormone and using your mind to increase your size, and understand that you have the ability to tap into it at any given time. Because what's inside of you, we're talking about, you know, the gods like Hercules, Priapus, all these, you know, stories and collective that have been going on before, you know, this moment, or is continuously going. But we can always tap into that type of energy and put it into us at any given time, because energy is always there for you to grab onto. And when we're talking about this flow, I think you know where I'm about to go, and getting in the jungle with that towel. You gotta make sure we keep it on, you know, we gotta keep it on tight. You gotta do things right. You don't know what's going on behind me. And we gotta grab the mind and muscle connection. You know how we're going. You know how I'm always flexing and growing, putting my mind into the size. Because it doesn't matter what time of day it is. It doesn't matter about how many sets you're doing at the gym, what you're eating. All that you got to understand is the feel is real. And when you're talking about guys like Arnold Schwarzenegger that believe in the arousal of the pump and putting sexual energy into everything that you're doing, because essentially we're created from sex anyways. And that's why he says, yeah, when I'm at the gym, it's like I'm coming. I'm like, yeah, that's right. You're putting the mind into the size, because that's what's going to make you grow. And whenever you got to say some positive mantras to get you through the flow, you go ahead and say one of my favorites. I am magic. I am divine, and the universe is on my inside. And then of course for your body, I'm so happy and grateful, the gratitude attitude, that my huge, beautiful muscles are growing bigger, harder, stronger, more defined, abundantly. And then of course for your penis, you say, I'm so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful penis is growing bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and harder, abundantly. And then of course I'm right here in a jungle right now, getting the sweat in from a fresh cold shower. And I'm about to tell you, whenever you gotta get one last rep in, you scream and you shout, or at least you feel it in your head, and go ahead and say this: I am magic, I am divine, and I can increase my size. Oh yeah, 2020, getting lit, taking trips. It's a beautiful thing, beautiful flow. It's a beautiful growth. Yeah, getting huge. Gotta love that. Whew, spitting all over this phone. Get a nice, beautiful, juicy pump in the jungle of love. And that's something you gotta appreciate. I ain't got any water right now, and I just feel like Rocky right now. I feel like I look around and I see a change in this body, man, with that quick pump. I see a change in the way you might not like me so much, but then I see that change. And if I could change, you could change. Everybody could change. I had to hit you with the Rocky IV Drago line just because it felt right. You know me, I'm a movie buff, doing some Weekend at Bernie's stuff out here. And you know, we're somewhere in Fort Lauderdale at this time. But you know, nevertheless, I'm always holding my accountability. And you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot. Are you over there, Mr. Larson? That's right. I usually be drinking a beer right now, but I gotta start off with the flow of the day to help me feel right. And it's about to be coffee time before I get it going. But you know, I'll definitely be enjoying some beers before I get back on the road and get back into Detroit Rock City, you know, to get back to the grow and the flow. And I really feel that there's a lot more beautiful experiences to come. Of course, I gotta get back to seeing my cat C and my wolf and my bear. You know, they're always there holding it down. But today, man, like I said, whenever you're out there, there's always something you can do for your growth. Don't think that you're procrastinating anyways, because essentially it's always gonna get done. And in life, you're gonna, like, it's never done. You're continuously going. So just go with the flow of the day. I tend to do the Wu Wei flow anyways, that Tao practice, path of least resistance, where you're not doing anything in a particular order, but you're doing it as it comes. You're not getting in your own way, just enjoying the day as much as you can. And that's the best way to go about it. And, you know, when we're talking about, you know, just understanding that there's something that you can always be doing, that is the key. And always be on the good side of whatever you're doing. Like whenever you're putting some food into your body, understand that this is good food. This is helping my muscles grow. Look up the good facts of what you're eating, and when you eat it, you're gonna feel better about what you're doing. You can understand that, you know, red meat has a benefit. Of course, if you're a vegan, you know, that could be, you know, you could be on the other side of that belief, but, you know, find the one that works for you. If you're a vegan eating plants, find out how that is good for you and believe in every moment of it. And it's going to help you achieve, you know, the muscle size and everything that you need to do to raise your testosterone. Like me, just taking that cold shower right now, that just raised my testosterone. That's something that I do on a day-to-day. But I can tell you, doing it in Florida, you know, a cold shower compared to Detroit Rock City in the wintertime. I mean, the pipes over here ain't cold like back home. So you could live in the cold shower over here. And the ocean to me is a beautiful gift. And that's something that I get to take in. You know, I always say that the sea salt is good for your hair, good for your skin. And that can help you naturally raise testosterone too. There's always something that you can be on the side of your growth. And, you know, making sure you take care of that core, you know, having a tight core is something that's going to help you out. And I was doing some, you know, all body weight workouts here, like at the park, like pull-ups, and really, you know, those things will really get you pumped up, man. So it's like, you know, you ever watch guys like bar stars and people that are doing the muscle ups and all that, like, there's some talented people out there that are really getting it in. And you don't necessarily need the weights to, you know, achieve what you want, because, you know, when we're talking about Paramahansa Yogananda, the one that brought, you know, yoga to the West, talking about how the mind is the wielder of muscle. It doesn't matter about the exercises that you're doing. And if you ever look into I got planes coming ahead. If you ever look into like bodybuilders, like the original ones were like gymnastics based. And those are the guys that, you know, were like the first people to be jacked and huge, you know what I mean? But like I say, you know, I intend on us to, you know, to feel some love today. Spread some love any kind of way that you can. I intend on you to, like, you know, like I said, man, I might as well put this down and just share the heart just for a moment. You know what I mean? I just like doing that. Just a quick pump, 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 pump. And all I got to say is anytime that you go out there today, somebody comes across your mind, you hear somebody on the phone on the other line, doesn't matter if you're sitting in traffic, at the gym, that person in this plane right now, or whoever's in this plane, just intend on that person, that soul, those souls, to have a beautiful day, to feel love in some kind of way, and you go along your day, and you just hacked the matrix, you just made the world a better place. And these are things that you should just be doing on a day-to-day. It's like I say, if you want beauty to appear, you got to keep this clear. You got to be a clear conduit for growth. And whenever you're spreading love and you're intending on people to feel the best and be the best, you're gonna be in the best place to be. You're gonna be clear. And like I say, man, I intend on all of us to just keep on growing, keep on flowing, do whatever you got to do. Just be on the right side of you. And I intend on all of us to become the giants that we are, man. Just being huge, you know, making those massive muscles grow. Have that huge piece of meat swinging at the knees, throbbing at the pecs. You know what I'm saying? Give it a kiss. How you doing? Not worrying about the little gremlins at your feet. We're talking about, you know, of course, not stopping on your friend's house or this hotel. You know what I mean? We're talking about spreading love and positivity, not worrying about anything down there, because we're up here. We're huge. We are giants of love. And there's nothing that's gonna hurt you, man, because we're here to just help everyone out, and we're here to help ourselves out, and that's what makes the world a better place. And with that, I feel I'm gonna close this beautiful segment yet again. We're gonna have plenty more to come. Who knows if it's gonna be in the sun or back to wherever I'm gonna be, but no matter what, I'm here for you. Like I said, follow me on the social media. Make sure you're checking out what's going on if I'm on the trip. If you're seeing my KC taking care of the neighborhood, my wolf and my bear. And like I said, drop me a line and we can put some action into practice and really help you out with increasing your size. You guys are beautiful. I'll be seeing you around on the next one. I love you guys. Peace.